we touched on Java in the beginning, but I want to reemphasize what's the advantages of Java. It's basically across platforms, meaning it can work on any OS operating system in any device. It has a very fast compiler. So compiler is basically what kind of translate the code to make the computer kind of run the code, right? And it has also, memory management. So we talked a lot about the variables and different boxes and different types. So all of that, you don't have to worry about how they're actually getting saved in the computer memory and how that is all maintained. And what if you didn't use the variable? That's all being taken care of by Java. It's backward compatible, meaning if you're using a newer version and you have a code built in with the old version, that still can help you. You can fit it in a way that makes it work, right? So the new code is going to be able to understand the old code, right? So backward compatible, not the other way around, but the new code understand the old code. That is a possible situation. It's also object oriented, and this is a big term. We'll definitely talk about it a lot, but everything is in object term with Java. And lots of open resources with Java. It's one of the oldest language out there, one of the verbose language. Documentation is there's so many documentation, and there's also what we call it third-party libraries. So basically, if you wanted to build an app that needs certain functions, chances are you're going to find somebody already did it, and you can borrow that. And it's an open source usually, meaning you don't need a license or you don't need to buy it or anything like that. So, if you're working with Google Maps, you're probably going to find a library that works with that. If you're working with graphs, if you're working with phones, you want to build maybe a small, a shop app, right? You probably have a lot of libraries that already help you with that, right? Huge community as well. Okay. What can you use Java to build? You can build a web application. You can build a financing, like a shop. Android apps, definitely you can build those with Java, and even microchips or if you have big computers, you can do all of that with Java. So really, there's no limit of what you can do with Java.